Hey, Collective, this is Seven Scorpion Tarot, and I want to welcome you to tonight's reading. So, tonight we're going to do something a little bit different than usual. We've done one of these before, it was a channeled message, but this time it is actually a more of a warning than a message, is what I got, and it's from Ate, if you're familiar with her. Any Shakespeare fans out there might be. Um, but while I was meditating, aka floor time, after a stressful day, whatnot, I like to take at least 30 minutes and just maybe some ambient music, some nature sounds or something. But floor time, anybody familiar with yoga, it might be Shavasana as well, just depending on how the lower back is doing. But during that, I got three songs in a row, all from Lacuna Coil. Spellbound, Heaven's a Lie, and Trip the Darkness. And I was just kind of trying to swim around in that energy, like, and it felt very obsessive. But I wasn't quite sure who I was dealing with in that meditation. Like, what is this message about? Like, where is it coming from? And then afterwards, I had Googled, who is the god of obsession, and Ate came through. Goddess, I guess. And she is the personification of mischief, delusion, blind folly, and ruin. So, sort of a Greek equivalent to Loki. I think not quite the same influence in terms of like the hierarchy, but she's the daughter of Zeus and Eris, or Strife, and Zeus banned Ate from Olympus after Hera tricked him into swearing an oath that forfeited Heracles' birthright, and Zeus blamed Ate for clouding his mind. So the mischief and delusion. Um, and then back referencing Shakespeare, she's mentioned briefly in Julius Caesar and Much Ado About Nothing as the goddess of vengeance and menace. And I know that's true for Julius Caesar. And she's mentioned so briefly in Much Ado About Nothing. The context of her attributes might not even be relevant at that point. But I was trying to figure out, like, with the reading or with the lyrics and the progression of those three songs, like, what's the story there? Hello, kitten. But what's the story there between Spellbound, Heaven's a Lie, and Trip the Darkness? And so what I've come up with here is that Spellbound is representing a desire of some sort. Uh, and then Heaven's a Lie is a false treasure, and Trip the Darkness is some sort of addiction. So I want to see how those three energies are coming together, and there might be even more in the lyrics or the music video that might add to some of the meaning. So let's get into it. I think we'll start on the left here. We'll start with desire. What is the desire? And this is the banned book tarot. Yes, kitten. Maybe I'll pull up the lyrics too so I can reference those. The spellbound lyrics. There's burning here in the room, feeling that the walls are moving closer. Silence scene, the dark takes me, leads me to the ending of another day. I'm haunted. And the chorus goes, tell me who you are. I am spellbound. You cannot have this control on me. Everywhere I go, I am spellbound. I will break the spell you put on me. So a pretty intense desire, and that could be going really in either direction. It's a desire you have, or a desire I want to say that someone has for you, or hmm, since the last card is addiction, is this maybe someone trying to put an old desire back in your path? Ooh, that's icky behavior. If that is what's going on, it actually would make sense that it was coming through as a warning from Ate. Uh, and there are people like that. There are people that just be acting dumb, that don't want you to move on or want to see you fail for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure what the motivation is behind that stuff when people do things like that. These are like right at the limit of my tiny little hands. But yeah, it's like misery loves company. Uh, some people are just miserable. Maybe some envy. That would be such high school games if somebody was doing that, especially if you've worked through like an addiction, uh, like tempting you with a trigger or something. That's not cool. Like I remember when I had stopped drinking and somebody who was supposedly supportive of me was like, "Oh, it's just a sip." Like that's not no. And I had stopped drinking for medical reasons, but like also that uh nobody would like go up to somebody with a peanut allergy. Well, I stand corrected. People be people in. Uh, but they're like, oh, it's just one peanut, and like as oop, I'm just gonna take the bottom one, the peanut example, and the death card falls out. uh, check your ingredients labels, but like food allergies are such a big deal, and one of the knee jerk reactions people have to food allergies are like, are you sure? And they'll like stick it in your face or something. Like it's weird. I don't know. So, death in reverse. And the book on this card is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. Hmm. So that's the desire to halt change. Like just what I was talking about. Uh, huh. Where are those lyrics? Come back here. Everywhere I go, I am spellbound. Repeated 3 times, I will break the spell you put on me. Velvet drapes, glowing candles, silent whisper of words inside my head. The night that comes, it waits for me. Lift me to the ending of another day. I'm haunted. So this is uncomfortably synchronous, that like plopped out the way that it did in conjunction with these lyrics here. Because that does feel like almost like evil eye coming your way of someone doesn't want you to move forward. Someone doesn't want you to change, to make healthy changes, make positive changes, or just move away from them at all. Like very possessive energy. And like I had said during meditation, it came through as obsession. So, like, I don't know. And I don't want that to like worry you or anything like that. It might just be you're on somebody's mind and it's happening so much, it's now evil eye. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna read. The death card may seem frightening, but it heralds a profound transformation and a new beginning. Like Seeley, you have an opportunity to release the harmful patterns of the past and step into your power. Alice Walker's poignant narrative, often contested for its raw depictions of violence and schmexuality, beautifully captures a journey of self-discovery and empowerment in the face of suffering and injustice. So that is what is trying to be stopped. And I've seen other readers like censor sensuality, and then some people don't. So I don't know if anything's actually being picked up on by the algorithm, but uh, so trying to stop your empowerment. And if you've read The Color Purple, uh, maybe there's more to it in there that might make sense within this context. Huh. Is this like a former friend or something? Because this doesn't feel romantic in nature. Uh, I'll pull up the lyrics for the next song too. But this doesn't feel romantic like I was saying. It just, it does remind me of high school games. Like really immature, really just like unnecessary. Like, why are you doing this? Like, why can't you just let people live their life? So the next song is Heaven's a Lie. And I have False Treasure written down for that. So the lyrics here, what had caught my attention was the chorus. It set me free, your heaven's a lie. Set me free with your love. Set me free. And it repeats like that. So something's false. Uh, and that the way it's phrased, that one does make me think of a relationship in the context of the song of like a relationship isn't going to fix you. And that could also be applied to a friendship. That could even be applied to a job. Like I think it was George Carlin that had talked about the destination addiction of you get so focused on this goal that like once you get there, it's not actually the thing that makes you happy. Uh, let's see. False treasure. So if this is external energy coming towards you, maybe it is. It slid right off. Like it did. Two of Words. Two of Wands. A Brave New World. Aldous Huxley. I lost my train of thought. Oh, if it is external energy coming towards you, maybe they have some sort of false idea of like the nature of your relationship, that it's more involved than it actually is. Uh, somebody got a wrong impression. You know, they're feeling something unrequited. It reminds me of my coffee shop days when, like being nice and jokey and remembering people's orders, that's part of the job. Like, it's also a fun part of the job. Like, I enjoy that part of the job on a platonic level. Uh, Kitten, what are you doing? You're knocking stuff over. Why are you doing that? Is it because you're a cat? I think so. Uh, and it was a fun part of the job. I like chit chatting with my regulars and whatnot. But it's when somebody would ask me for my number that we've crossed a line. Like, I'm at work. It's like I'm trapped there. I can't escape when you're asking me for my number. Like, don't do that. Uh, but this could also be your false expectations of something, that like I've hung up my hope on a job. I've hung up my hope on a relationship, that like if this works out, everything will be fine. Nope. That is a false premise. Where'd that book go? I think this is a really appropriate book choice, though, for the false treasure, the Brave New World. Oh, written in 1932. Like Huxley's dystopian masterpiece, The Two of Words illuminates the importance of personal choice. Unlike John, you have the freedom to decide how to move forward. Brave New World serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of sacrificing human rights in the pursuit of social stability, but it has been banned for its inclusion in the sensual content and drug use. Huh. Oh, future faking just came to mind. That like we're gonna go on vacation in a month, like something like that, like kind of kicking the can down the road of it'll be better then. No. And you have the choice to put your foot down and say, no, no false treasures, no like, oh, I'll give you a map, with X marks the spot, and then you get to X and it's just a compass, and you're like, oh no, that's for the next X, like for the next and the next and the next. No. There needs to be something tangible to back up promises made to you. And that really does fit the context of a warning that this could be external energy, which is not my typical message. But the meditation was different than usual. So say you've been going through something difficult that is causing some sort of change, and wonder, does the change you're personally going through have some sort of implications for another person? So they're trying to stop your change. Like, if it is in the context of a romantic relationship, are you going through some sort of personal evolution that maybe that relationship isn't going to be part of your future? And that could also go for friendship, for job, etc. Are they trying to slow you down from your brave new world with a false treasure? Ooh, with some sort of empty promise that they're not going to keep. It might sound very nice. And if this is somebody who has done you dirty in the past, uh, they may be more convincing this time. That could be part of the game, unfortunately, of the heavens a lie of, let's see, dolefully desired destiny of a lie. Yeah, I think if somebody's making a promise that is taking you from a path you want to be on, it's taking you off your trajectory, I'd be really cautious. Like, it's your life, you're responsible for your own choices. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd trust it right now. On the third song, this is Trip the Darkness. So this one, actually, I had the hardest time coming up with like what to read this card for. I have several things crossed out. Like, first it started as temptation, as and then it evolved into like just one more time, and then it like I landed on addiction. uh it starts out, what a day, I can barely keep my eyes wide open, I don't want to see straight, what a day, feels like my breath is heavy again, I'm totally faded. That's faded with a D, not a T. D's in Delta. uh come to me, I am waiting for you, come to me, I can't wait. So that definitely, I'm getting substance use from that, of like the girl with golden eyes, like, come get it. That could also be a person. People can be very addicting, especially if, and man, I said at the beginning, like, this doesn't feel, oh, okay. So I said at the beginning, this doesn't feel like relationship, like love related, but all the examples kind of seem to lean in that direction. So is this someone who is just a manipulator, that there are no feelings there? They're going through the motions, like really cruel level of stuff. Um, that's a pretty extreme example. I don't know why that's coming to mind, of like someone who has it so out for you, they would want you to be hurt in a romantic way. Ew, icky, ew. I don't like that energy. I don't like that vibe. But, uh, hmm. But so we'll go back to the friend example because I don't like that energy. I don't want to stay there. Uh, let's say you've got a friend who maybe you used to drink with. I have many of those. And for whatever reason, maybe they're still trying to get you to come out, even though you don't drink, and maybe just don't want to be in the venue that they're going to be at. Like, any more of these days, like, I'll go downtown for a concert, like, for a show, not a club though. Like, it's just not my jam anymore. But for live music, yeah, and completely unbothered by the alcohol. Uh, but if those friends that are inviting me downtown, like if they really want to hang out, like how about we do lunch or something? Like, man, I round up to 40. Like, give me a break. I'm tired. Tired. And I don't even drink anymore. I can't hang. I want to be at home early with my slippers and my jammies and my jammy jams and my Lord's lettuce. I'm lame. That's all right. My cat thinks I'm cool. Or at least she just wants treats. But so this trip to darkness, that music video, there's a lot of duality in it between the contrasting, like the white background and the band members are all in like black outfits and whatnot, and then you go to the black background and they're all in white, and it's really cool. So it seems like this addiction, you might go either way with it. It might be one of those things that you do just fine staying away from those temptations, but once they're in your face, that is that's the real test. Uh and no shame, no judgment. Those things can creep up on you in incredible ways. I know for myself, in regards to cigarettes, I can't have even one. They're just like at the top of my list of things I'm susceptible to, and I just have to stay away from them. I can't be like, oh well, it's just like one for the weekend or like one at this concert. Like, no, no, not even. I guess we're going with this one. Slowly flipped. I wonder if that's upright or reversed. That was the slowest reversal I've ever seen. Seven of paper, seven of pentacles. Uh, all boys aren't blue. George M. Johnson. I'm not familiar with that one. Hmm. A nice picture. There's some origami. Looks like. And that looks to be part of the story. I don't see that on the other cards. So, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Patience in the reverse. Somebody trying to rush you. Back to the like relationship example. Like moving way too quickly for its duration. I feel like that just came up in one of the last two sign specific readings. Life of the party. Okay. So maybe somebody very charismatic that's trying to get you to like reap your harvest before it's ready to be reaped. Uh, what's it look say? Mm-hmm. Like all boys aren't blue, the Seven of Papers core message is about self acceptance. It calls you to celebrate how far you've come and have faith that the seeds you've planted are growing strong, even if you can't yet see the blossoms. George M. Johnson's memoir is an intimate conversation about identity, love, family, friendship, race, and sensuality, but it has been banned for its LGBTQIA plus content. Huh. Someone wants you to abandon your self acceptance or like abandon the path that you're on. I think that's what I had said for this position, that it's if someone is making you an offer to a brave new world that leads you astray from the path that you were taking, that you were happy about, that you're intent on, that's the red flag. Like just in the context of an obsession of like what's your equivalent of cigarettes? Like mine is not just cigarettes. There's someone who got caught up in the great blockening, not because they're a bad guy, but because they're a bad choice for me, you know? Like it's just I got to get off this merry-go-round, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, I can't keep doing this. We already know this isn't going to happen, at least not in the way that I'm looking for. And that's when you have to, the great blockening. Like, no hard feelings, but also don't talk to me. And this is the Audacity deck. Get a little extra something something here. Who has the audacity to try and take us away from our brave new world, from the path that we want? I think I just saw a little sparkler go. Who'd that be? Who'd be that? Or is there something that's making them feel audacious? Or is there something, hmm, because if we take it out of like an external influence and just look internally, is there something making us feel audacious? Because we are all our own worst enemies, that we're getting impatient with this path, that like he's looking off into the distance. It's still a ways away. Are we losing patience and abandoning this path too early or thinking about it? Could be because of something shiny, be because of old behavioral patterns. The sun. Hmm. I think it's all going to work out though. Whatever this, I don't know, rocky waters might be, I think things will ultimately work in your favor, whatever that is, whether it's overcoming uh, an old addiction trigger or if it's seeing through the ruse of somebody else trying to pull the wool over your eyes and distract you from your path. I think in any case, being prudent, knowing that you are your own North Star, that'll lead you to happiness. That'll lead you to your own, well, it's your authenticity that'll lead you to the path that you're supposed to be on. The path that can potentially make you the most happy. And some people just don't like to see that change. They want that you that's existed in their mind to continue existing. They don't want to see you progress past them. And there might even be some sort of gross, icky joy in seeing you abandon the things you've worked so hard for. So maybe listen to those songs, and some book recommendations here again. The Color Purple, Brave New World, and All Boys Aren't Blue. And overall, I hope this helps. I hope this resonates, and if it doesn't, I hope the next one does. Thank you so much.